Welcome to Connections, guys. It's Monday. We're back having a lovely conversation, and we've got a lovely guest with us this evening.
She is lovely.
It's like the estrogen lab here today. Like, just like more power, burn bras, all
Females.
sorts of things. I'm weird, okay? Right.
Welcome to it, everybody. It is a Monday, and you know, on Mondays we like to motivate. So we have a very, very wonderful guest. She is a former child star, Miss Hurisani Sisi Ravele.
Former child star. Am I never gonna like wear that off?
I don't think
No,
you will,
I don't
to
think
be
it
honest,
happens.
no.
Hey.
Do you mind it though?
No, I don't mind it. It's just like I feel like those ones that go like off the rails, like former child star, now landed in the hospital for like cutting her hair off or whatever. But yeah, I guess that's what I am, so I'll accept it.
It'll never leave you. Just accept it.
I'll accept.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm fighting a bit of a cold. I refuse to get sick. No, I refuse to get sick this winter. So, yeah, and my voice is like...
I noticed when she walked in, I was like...
It's got some of that vitamin base, girl.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll see how it goes.
Thank you so very much for coming. We are looking forward to definitely spending the entire 45 minutes with you. And you guys, of course, she is here. If you have any questions for her, SMS, call us, Facebook, Twitter, email, Big Five. You know it by now. It is www.facebook.com/Mindset Connections and Twitter at Connections319. And of course, we like to hear from you, so do call us. Our number is 086 105 8262. Finally, SMS. SMS.
Okay.
I forgot about that. 083 44 88810. And finally, email connections@mindset.co.za. Any questions you have for this lovely lady?
Please
we are here.
throw them at her.
Without autocue. I mean,
She's like,
seriously.
she's sitting there, like,
I know
every
it
time
all.
I look at her, I'm like,
I come with practice.
feel
I
so
always
useless.
tell them.
I've never achieved anything in my life.
Come on.
Not that far, not that far, not that far.
No, you know what it's about. So let's start chatting with you, getting into some nitty gritty. We've got a
Yes.
couple of questions for you, things that I'm sure the viewers are interested in, and we just want to get to know
Know
Hurisani,
who
yeah.
Hurisani.
You look
Better.
scary and sneaky.
I'm not scary and
You're
sneaky.
just like, you
Do
know,
I look like
got
I'm
some
planning
questions,
something?
Nitty-gritty, you know. Whereas Dukan over there, he's got like, you know, such a friendly face.
Thank you.
You know, that girl, I'm ready to nail you.
Like hard investigative journalism.
You're like pulling at the bottom pizza on me now.
Okay, well, let's talk about your childhood. Were you traumatized? I'm joking. Where did you go out? And how was that?
I grew up in Shawela in Soweto. And I grew up around a lot of my cousins because our parents would be at work and stuff, so most of us grew up at my grand's house. It was, and I don't know, normal to me, I guess. I think when you're growing up, the norm is whatever you experience, because at that age, I wasn't really comparing myself to anybody else. What I knew was what everybody else in my street kind of had, and we had the same things, you know. I didn't have a bicycle, didn't have roller skates, didn't have, I think I went on a bike for the first time in like standard 4 or something. But it was so much fun, and I was a normal kid. I love to cook though. I was that kind of a normal kid. Like I was cooking for the whole family like standard 2. I'm like, I'm ready, bring the pots. Playing a lot of games. I was one of those kids that when the balls in the beat was that's how I knew it was time to go home. Because I mean, you didn't even look like the sun would be going down, and especially in summer, it's like it's going down at like so late. You know what I mean? Or it looks bright still. So when I heard that, I knew it was time to go home. I was the kid that didn't really always want to bath because I'd be like, where are we going? I didn't see the point unless we were going somewhere.
I totally understand you. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, but
when
where are you taking me?
What's the
I'm
point?
at home.
You know what I mean? And the worst thing is that, you
This
know,
smells okay.
in those days, it's like, you know, you know, like it's a vast bank blicky thingy, and it's a mission to have to first boil water, sit in there, and then you're washing your. It's just, I wasn't a fan.
And then the water's too soapy to rinse yourself, so you're still covered in soap.
The worst was when your gran, like once a month, my gran, like in Venda, she's nduhuta. I don't know what it is in other languages, but basically when they put you in the vase thingy. with a stone, like you know, like they're
clean
taking the dirt off you, and then they also take the orange sack.
Oh yeah,
Like clean, and then they're going
They
behind
exfoliate
you.
you,
Yeah.
but like
I
a
think that's
Russian
what it was
taskmaster. Like we are going to exfoliate.
Cultural way of exfoliating.
Yeah.
I never thought of it like that. It was exfoliation, hey.
So you see, so you're getting it for free now. Now you're going to the spa and paying more money for some women.
The spa is a bit more enjoyable. My grand's hand was a bit tough, you know. And the smell of Lifebuoy, it's like,
Your life boy.
So yeah, but I had a great upbringing.
Growing up, you grew up in Soweto. You said, what did you want to be?
Oh wow. I always wanted to be a businesswoman because that's what my aunts were. My aunts on my dad's side, they were traveling the world. They would come back from like Paris and I'd get like a top from London and I'd get this. And I think they ignited that passion for me to just, how I thought they were traveling was because they were in business. So I was like, I want to be a businesswoman. And it's a title. To me, that's a career. Then primary school, I wanted to be a chartered accountant. Kind of wanted that throughout high school. And then grade 11, I was like, nah, it's not going to work out for me. Well, I love numbers, but it was just, I personally thought I was too much to be a chartered accountant. I was honest to myself. You see, in life you must know thyself. Exactly. Thank you.
Must internalize too much creativity.
Thank you. But businesswoman was what it always was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then your freckles, you one of the few special. They special, like they're very few. Were you ever teased for having like freckles?
I was. My entire primary school time I was teased. I don't remember being teased younger than that because I don't think they'd appeared as much. But from primary school, I mean, freckle face, you name it, I was it. And then west off, there was pumpkin patch on, so I was Speckles and Freckles will sing a little song, and I hated my freckles. Like I remember I even asked my mother to take me to a doctor to get them removed and stuff, and she would take me to doctors, and I was using creams like cream that would like dumb them down so that they wouldn't appear so much and that they would stop actually reproducing themselves, whatever it is that they do. Then I got to high school and people were like, "Ooh, that's unique." I was like, "Unique?
It is unique.
What does unique mean? I like to be unique." And I love my freckles from then on. Awesome. But yeah, being younger, you know, kids are mean. Kids are mean.
They are. I don't think anyone is going through life without being teased.
Yeah, I think it's a rite of passage.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of thing, 'cause I think for kids, it's as long as you don't look like me, there's something off about you.
Yeah. So. And kids like have no like internal censor.
Remember that show Kids Say the Darndest Things?
They just say things and they don't think about it.
Yeah.
But how did TV work out for you? How did you get into that at such a young age as well?
So this is a story my mother tells me, and because she's my mother, I'm going to do the right thing and believe her, right?
We believe our parents.
She says that I was always, when the taxi would go past the SABC, I'd be like, when are you taking me there? But what I do remember about my childhood is that I had a fascination about how do you get behind the TV. Yeah. I had an idea that you could open the glass and step in and be with those people. So I remember that part. Then she said I'd always ask her. So then my mom's sister said, let's take her to an agency. I was 9. Yeah. And that was 1997. Yeah. They took me to an agency. Signed up, did my 6-week training course. After that was done, 2 weeks later, I got my first audition and I got the part. And that was Pula and Friends and my first role as Sabrina. And since then, it's like, you know what they say, 16 years later, the rest is history.
You've been progressing, and it's a beautiful progression, actually.
Thank you.
It is very beautiful.
Why did you decide to call yourself Cece?
I didn't decide to call myself Cece. Cece, what had happened was...
Cece the diva.
No, what had happened was, when I joined my agency, like at the age of 9, my agent couldn't pronounce my name, Ulisani. And like, I was young, so I was like, oh, you can just call me Cecilia, it's my second name, you know. I wasn't fazed by it. So I was known as Cecilia Ravele from then on. Well, actually, at first I was Nesingane. Long story. My parents like changed my surname without me knowing. But anyway, I'm Cecilia Ravele now. And then growing up, on your TV, Carly one day was just like, Cece, and it caught on. So she
Kinda,
called
she
me
was
Cece
tired of
from
Cecilia.
then. Girl, I roll off the tongue. So from then on, I was Cece, and it's kind of stuck. But now I prefer to be Ulisani Ravele because Cece for me is very Yo TV, and
So you want to grow
yeah.
up.
Hey, girl, branding is very important.
It's very important how you present yourself to the world. You need to be a brand.
Yeah, that's where we're heading towards.
Speaking of Yo TV, Carly, and all your former co-hosts, are you still in touch with them?
Well, besides the one that I date, okay. I'm still in touch with that one. No, we don't see each other as often as we used to because obviously when you're working with people every day, and I'm sure you guys experience it too, you're more close. Like you want to see each other all the time and whatnot. But ever since we've all gone like in different paths, we don't see each other as much. But the moment you see each other again, it really feels like time
It's
never
back
passed.
in the
It's all
days.
normal. The one person I do see a lot and spend time with is today. Like we were like this, and we're still like this. So
We still see you on TV trying to diss other people. We see you.
we are not dissing other people. Can we put the correct term on this? We are giving our honest opinion and views on situations.
That's how they sugarcoat it. It's fine. We can
Sugarcoating, it's just what it is.
So how did you manage to juggle this sort of like TV shooting life and schoolwork and doing really well at school as well by the end of Matric?
I don't know. Like, I think because I'd done it since I was 9, then I think when you're young, you learn to deal with what you have. Do you know what I mean? You're not conditioned to be like, no, I can't do this. No, I can. You're just like, okay, this is it. Okay, how do we make it work? And then you just do that. So, like I said, I've been on TV since I was 9. I went through the whole of primary school, high school, balancing these two things. And it was like when you would go to netball, hockey, whatever extramural you'd go to, I'd go to TV. TV was my extramural. So that's how it's always felt like. And it's like we were talking about it in the green room earlier, that if I'm not doing more than 2 things, I don't feel normal. So multitasking and balancing a number of things is normal to me. So this is normal me. If I just had to focus on my one job, I'd be like, oh my God.
I'm so bored.
When is this ending?
Well, I'm really, really sorry because we keep running out of time. We're going to have to come back in the second segment and join you guys a bit later. But don't worry, we are not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere. And you shouldn't go anywhere either. Let's see you after the break, okay? Welcome back to Connections. Thanks so much for staying with us. And to those of you who are just joining us, we're here in studio tonight with Hulisani Ravele.
Hit the L roll, girl.
Hulisani.
Hulisani.
Okay, sorry. I'm like basically white. Like.
Where do you guys find this girl?
I just need to I need to embrace this. Like I try really, really hard.
Embrace girl.
Okay.
Huli, no.
Huli.
Sani.
Hulisani.
I also saw
I'm
that.
trying
I
to Frenchianize it.
No, we're not goggling.
Okay, we're not goggling. Okay.
You vendor.
Hulisani.
Yeah, I'm learning a bit of that.
That works. High five, girl.
Awesome.
We learned something new today.
Why, when they ask you how are you, you're like, I'm awake. Like,
no voix. Yes, you're awake. You're just acknowledging the fact that no voix. Are you awake? Yes, I'm awake.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say? No voix. It's like, okay, now I could also see the same thing when people say,
present.
Are you here? Like, why are you asking them, are they here? They're in front of you.
I'm present.
Sorry for cranking on your... Sorry for cranking on your culture swagger.
Do you feel, no, it's not even like that. It's not even like that.
Do you understand why sometimes I just need a backhand out of love? Just quickly, like
no,
one.
There's no backhand out of love. Luto, nobody wants to hit you. Nobody wants to harm you.
We do not condone violence. I'm really sorry. I am working on it, counting backwards from 10 and all that nonsense. Anyway.
I had to get back in.
How was the varsity experience for you? Did you find you were under a lot of pressure with university, like you know, first, second, and third year? It gets hectic, and then you're on your TV as well. Call times.
University can be described in 4 words. Time of my life. Let's check time of my life. Yeah. No, it must be sure, you know. I mean, it's an educational channel, and if I can't count and stuff, it's gonna look weird. I really had the time of my life. I stayed at Res as well, so I just.
That is
I worked hard, but I partied hard as well. And again, it never felt like anything weird. Like I said to you, I'd always been balancing 2 things. But you're right, it was a lot harder in varsity because you've got lecture times, you know, but I think it was also easier because you had those times, except for first year. First year is a bit hectic because you're in class like every hour of every day. Yeah. But second year, third year, it's like you've got one subject on a Monday, then Wednesday, Friday. So it was much easier to actually be able to plan things and do a lot more. But varsity is tough, hey?
Yeah, they know.
The schoolwork is tough, and there's no degree for long service. So I was like, oh, girl, we're trying to get in and get out. And so I did that.
Awesome.
You were in varsity and YoTV as well. I heard earlier when you said for you it was like your extramural.
Yes.
But now in varsity, best believe you be writing exams at 6 p.m. type of a thing. How did you manage to, you know, juggle it all? And also, I mean, you're in varsity and people have grown around then.
Yeah.
And fine.
No, it's a valid question.
It's a valid question, I reckon.
We just asked.
No. Okay, all right. You discombobulated right now.
Wow.
That is just a bit of discombobulation right there. What I was trying to say
Big words are not allowed on the show, okay?
No, this is an educational channel, and we're teaching these kids out there that discombobulation means...
I will keep it simple.
Okay, we must also...
He's basically trying to say you're exacerbating the situation. You're making it worse. You ask the question, he just wants the answer.
Anywho, sorry.
You're right, though. Varsity was a bit different because people are now like, not that the others weren't the same age as you, but now we're grown folk. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're going clubbing now, we're doing grown things, and you're still on your TV. So that was a hard aspect to balance. The fact that I couldn't be seen drinking, you know, because I was a kid's presenter. No matter how legal I was or whatever, you just had to watch the places you were going, who you were going with, and you just always had to be aware of like who's here, what are they writing for, what are they doing, and things like that. But people around you, I never got teased in varsity because, again, I think we're grown. And if I did get teased, I'd be like, I'm working, I'm making a salary, what are you doing? I'm just asking, so yeah.
So where's mommy and daddy's allowance?
Exactly, you know, I'm paying my fees, what are you doing?
And then tell us how you got into marketing. I mean, YoTV TV presenter, and then all of a sudden marketing. Like, how did that happen?
It's funny. A lot of people always ask, they would ask me on like Facebook and stuff, why are you studying if you're already famous? And that shocked me to the core because I'm just like,
I beg your
do
pardon.
you guys think that fame is it? I always had corporate ambitions. Like I said to you, I wanted to be a businesswoman. So the chartered accountant dream kind of fell aside. And I was like, I thought about marketing as I could get into many different fields after that. You know what I mean? Like you could work for a beverage company, pharmaceutical. Everybody needs marketing. It's just about what kind of thing are you passionate about, you know? So I decided to do a BCom marketing management degree, and it works, it fits, and I think I'm perfect for it. I talk a lot, I have ideas, I'm a creative person, I'm out there, and I think being a doctor would have been strange. I would have been the doctor that talks too much. You know what I mean? With the neat handwriting, I totally wouldn't fit in. Totally wouldn't fit.
I can actually read this prescription.
That's struggle.
Yeah.
When media, you know, was like, bam, CC and Ajax, Cypher.
Did you just call him Ajax?
Sorry.
Oh, that's hilarious.
C4, I'm sure you want to. You're like, dude, come on now. Like,
I'm saying, like, he's going to send me a message and say, Ubiza Banu Ajax, no
I saw him at Design Quarters one time, and he was going to this golf pro shop, and I was like,
no, people still call him Ajax, though. But,
Ajax, Cypher.
Anyway,
when media was like, yo, CC Cypher, were you ready at that stage for, you know, media to know that, oh, okay, so they weren't just presenting. They were like, yo, we presenting.
We told them. So yes, we were ready because it was a decision that we'd made. But we only decided to tell the media after 4.5 years of us being together. So, you know, when not that it was old news, it was just like we were comfortable. We spoke about it with our families. Like I asked my mom, are you okay with this? Because what we got irritated about was everybody speculating. It was like, aren't they? Oh, but he was seen with that person. Oh, but is it what? No, it's just like, listen, can we just ask? Everybody was asking the question and it's irritating. It's like, are you together? Are you together? Are you together? And it was like, yes, we're together, and that's all we're giving you. That's all you need to know. That's it. And so we were ready for it because it was a decision that we made to be like, okay.
Speaking about that as well, we know that question of, we know what a cool guy is and, you know, good guy is. But the question of, tell us about, you know, the qualities Cypher has and whatnot, that is a not applicable question to you. So reasons?
It's not applicable because I believe that you let people into your life, especially the media, as far as you want to let them in.
Yeah.
So the moment I tell you what I love about him and what we love to do together and all these things, it's like you know a lot more about our relationship than you should. The fact that you know that we're together is enough.
That's when the stalkerish tendencies
I mean, do you
just...
ask your parents like, so... No, you don't do that with your own family. And I guess because we are in the public eye, people want to know and whatnot. But for us, it's like it's between us, you know, and what happens between us, it's I'd like to keep it private because I think the moment when things go wrong, it's like, in trouble in paradise. It's
you're
just
trying to like get over something, and then everywhere you look.
Exactly, and then you're not just dating him, you're dating him and the media and every other person that says they're dating him. So it's like really
women coming up to you being like, how could you do it? How could you break his heart?
It's like, girls, calm down.
Joking. All of that was speculation. None of that was true. You heard her answer. Anyway, we hear you're the best girlfriend in town.
Girl, look at all of this. John, why am I the best girlfriend in town?
Why are you the best girlfriend in town? Because I need some hints.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to know how to do it?
Yes.
All right there, girl. Stress us out.
When you take your earrings off.
So, this is how you begin to be the greatest girlfriend.
Oh, my.
When your man is about to turn 30, you think about the coolest gift you could possibly get him. Like the thing that would make him totally lose his mind. And when that gift is to the tune of tickets to watch Chelsea and Man United live in London at Stamford Bridge, then you become the girlfriend of the year. Okay. That's all it takes. Simple.
All it takes is a couple of $100,000. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I'm joking.
It's about, for me, like, I love experiences and I love surprising people. Like, I love making my friends happy and my family happy. Like, you'll mention something to me like, I wish I could do this. And like next week, I'm just like, hey, buddy, last week you were talking about this, so here you go. And it's not a thing of, I want to buy your friendship or buy your love or not let you achieve things and let you, there's certain things that you know she wants to buy it for herself. Like, I won't buy my friends a car, you know? But if it was just something that you liked, you know, it's thoughtful and it's just that thing that was unexpected. So his gift was unexpected and he loved it. So girlfriend of the year.
Awesome.
I'm still waiting for a trophy.
And the crowd goes wild. So we always see you using your vendor greeting in your shows.
Yes.
Are you a particularly cultural person?
I am very proud of who I am. Like Ndifulisa Ravele, and I'm not ashamed of the fact that I'm a vendor person. And I think in the country and the landscape that we live in, we know how it is culturally. Like Venda people and Tsonga people are very looked down upon. Like it's not even a secret. You know what I mean? And when you find people saying you make us proud to be Venda, to me it's like I have that responsibility for Venda Wote to be flying that flag that we also can do it, and we're not ugly people. And do you know what I mean? Because they say you're dark, you're this. Hi, I'm Venda. I'm light. I have freckles. Really? What more do you want? Do you know what I mean? So I'm very proud of it. And when we were told, because how the whole move became, let's try that again. How the whole move towards speaking more vernacular on the show came was that either the BCC, somebody said we need to start speaking more vernacular on the shows. It has to be like a 75-25 balance. And that's when the presenters had to start speaking more of their ethnic languages. And for me, I was fortunate enough, I mean, growing up in Shawela, anybody will tell you that Shawela is like, who you've got Bavenda, Namatonga, and then you've also got everything else. So I was able to learn isiZulu, Tswana, Xhosa Shari. But you know, like I love languages, and I'm very, very proud to be a South African and to also be a Venda woman. So
excellent, that's great. Sorry, like
the way you said that.
It sounded so sarcastic.
Excellent, that's great.
No, I was processing it because I'm still like working through my head through like all the vendor hate. I'm like, that makes no sense to me, but we're all here.
No,
so
it's
whilst
very
she's
hectic.
working that out.
Let's let her work it out.
Wait, no,
the show is about you.
Wait,
Let's mute her. Let's just mute her for a second.
We must come back to talking more about her. It's time for us to go away again for another ad break. Yes, because we're enjoying ourselves so much.
Is it like my segment is
please
over?
stay right where you are. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We've been having a blast enjoying ourselves here, talking up a storm.
Yeah. I've been told that I yap.
yeah.
You said I yap.
Which is a good thing.
You say that
it's
with
a
such
good thing.
disdain.
It's a good thing.
I
And you know
yap.
what her reply was? You forgot that I got paid to yap. That's her.
I didn't mean like that.
So good to be in my seat. I'm so happy to be back.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
girls, I'm excited.
Shame, Luther. I'm thinking about you, brother. Got you.
No, all the single ladies. Okay, well, not single
Yeah,
ladies.
about that.
Yeah, well, okay,
Yeah.
I guess all the single ladies, I'll sing it on my part.
On your own, girl.
Back to the program.
Yeah.
Let me not embarrass myself further. Okay, we've got a Facebook comment from Ukamu, and she's saying, hey, Cece, you are looking fabulous as always. How are you, and what have you been doing lately?
Hi, Kamu. And thank you. What have I been doing lately? Wow. What have I not been doing?
What have you not been doing?
So I am a project manager by day at a digital agency. I basically look after the process from briefing the strategist, getting it into development, managing that whole process and launching it. We work with Mobi sites, websites, USSD, apps.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's what I do. I can make sure that we get your website launched, we get your Mobi site launched, things like that.
Awesome.
That's what I do. I have some amazing clients and some are great.
We can't have it all.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
So that's what I do by day. And then I also do voiceovers. Of late, like since last year, I think I can officially call myself a voiceover artist. You know what I mean? When you really at that point where you're not just like, I want one voiceover every 6 months. Now you're just like,
you're like
a voiceover a month. I think
you
I
watching
can
a
qualify.
soap. You watching
qualify.
like a soap. Advert, ne? You hear this, the pizza advert that's going on, that's her. And then there's another one, Leyama sanitary towels, that's sisters. So in a space of one soap advert, nah, she's there twice.
It's so much fun hearing your voice actually. Like when I drive, because I never get to, like I always miss my ads and everyone will be like, oh, was that your voice? And you're just like, yes, but I didn't see it. So today when I was driving, I heard 2 of my voices. And you smile by yourself and you're just like,
that's me.
So that's what I've been doing. And then I obviously present on Vodacom Millionaires and I'm trying to work on a few other things. Like I'm just multifaceted.
You're like an octopus.
All the
tentacles.
Keep easy. I'm interested in a lot of things.
Yeah,
so,
thank you, Kamu, for asking that question. It's an awesome question.
Yeah. And for people who want to get into television, just speaking of it now, TV, voiceover artists, that kind of thing, how does one go about that?
Well, firstly, be talented.
Yeah, let's start there.
No, we really need to start there. I think a lot of people watch you on TV and they're just like, that's so easy, I can do that. And they don't understand how, one, this is a job. Like it really, as much as we're having fun, you guys had to prepare extensively to make sure that you know what's going on, be jacked up, don't look like a fool on TV. And you're having fun, but it's work. And you also have to understand that you have to be you. That's why they love you, because there isn't another presenter that's like you. So if you're going to go out there and try and imitate me, or or imitate Luto, whatever, it's not going to work out. So
epic fail.
Ask yourself, are you bringing something new, fresh? And I guess the answer to that for everyone is yes. So fine, if that's you. The next step is finding an agency, and people will always be like, but the agents only take people that are already famous or already doing something, and that's just how it goes. I'm fortunate enough that it happened while I was young, you know what I mean? So I'm not aware of the challenges that people have now. But for me, it's like knock on doors until someone says yes. And if more than 2-3 people are saying to you, we don't think that this is for you, I know society says, yes, society can discombobulate your mind, you see. So it's a thing of, they say, don't care what other people say, believe in yourself, go for your dreams. But I think that you also, like how with variety of responsibilities, I think with things like that, you also have a responsibility to yourself to just be realistic. Do you know what I mean? Like, not everybody can be saying you can't. And yeah, you'll get that one case where it's like 10 people said I couldn't, now look at me. You know, like a Steve Jobs, they said I could never, but look at me. But with entertainment, it's really so personality driven. If you are not an out there person, and I'm not saying it sounds all pappy, but if you can't carry yourself, if you're not confident, if you're not ready to take criticism and harsh criticism, this is not for you. And also, if you don't know you, because it's also so you can get pulled into so many other things that ensure that your career is here today, gone tomorrow. Yeah. So I'd say, find your agent, practice, be yourself.
Have talent.
Go to auditions. Then you're not going to get the first one. Do you know what I mean? You might not get the second one. You might not get the 100th one. But if this is what you are trying to do, then look around and see what people do that makes them so good, but don't do that whilst trying to be them at the same time.
Yeah, no, for sure, definitely.
Yeah. And then you touched on staying relevant, like you said, one day here, the next you're gone. How have you managed to become, stay so relevant with your fan base?
Is this like the question for interviewers these days? Because people ask me, how do you stay relevant? And I'm like, what do you mean?
Do you like me to give a presentation? I'm like, I walk around with a PowerPoint.
I feel like a PowerPoint.
No, listen. You must understand, she is not on our screens
on
a daily.
And that's how,
she is not. We see her like glimpse. But she's still there. We still love Usisi. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to use Burisani, but we still love Usisi. What is she doing? Why? Usisi?
I think, you sound like my boyfriend. He says Usisi. I'm just like, listen here. I think for me, it's just staying true to myself and sharing the journey that I am on with people. And that's what they've related to. I've never wanted to be something that I'm not. I've never tried to portray that. I'm not the most fashion forward person, so I've never tried to be all about fashion. I'm an intellect. That's what I've always been. I pride myself in my schoolwork. I took pride in doing well at varsity. That's just who I am. So I've managed to be able to share that I'm on this journey of going for job interviews, and I've gone from an account exec, then I was a CEO's professional assistant, now I'm a project manager, and people have been on that journey with me. And I guess it resonates because that's what most normal people are doing, kind of thing, where you go for the job interview and they're like, sorry, we're not really thinking this position's for you. And just dealing with normal people on a daily basis, where you walk into a boardroom and you have to prove yourself so much more than the person next to you, because they're like, she's that chick from TV, is she really going to know what she's talking about? And then you have to walk in there and speak about all these things, and they're just like,
yourself.
wow, you've grown, you're that girl. And you're like, yes, I'm that girl. So I me. I share me with people. So I would like to think that's why I'm relevant.
No, definitely. It's that likable personality.
Whatever you're doing,
I'm about to eat it with a spoon. Just like sitting here going,
I'm like a chocolate chip ice cream sorbet, eat it up.
So what do you think about the South African entertainment industry as a whole? I mean, like just auditions and that kind of thing aside as well, just the way it's going and how people can niche themselves in the market.
I think it's very sad, the fact that you have, in order to be doing really well in the industry, you are either up there and you're doing well, like you're getting all the gigs or whatnot. And if you're here, you kind of have to have the presenting job, a radio job. You're a voiceover person, you have a normal job, you have this, like you have to do so many things just to be able to make an income that kind of like satisfies you. Do you know what I mean? It's not even sustains you, because you have a life that you need to keep up with, and it's just, you have to do a lot in order to be a person of significance. And I'm not saying with everyone. I mean, you do get those cases where you're just like, wow, like this person is doing it or whatever. So I think firstly, the fact that we're poorly paid, if that makes sense. Like, honestly, when you say to people, I remember when I was in high school and I went to Bree and somebody says, what's a taxi? And firstly, I was like, okay, one, I'm in high school. Do you expect me to have a limo driver? But that's the idea that people have in their heads, that you are making thousands and thousands and thousands of rand. And any actor will tell you that it's not even like that. Do you know what I mean? So I think firstly, that's one of the sad things about our industry. But one of the exciting things is that there's so many talented people everybody has to stay on their A game, and everybody has to stay on their toes. And everyone, it's who's going to be the next best thing, So it's that thing again of, how do you, who's been here for 16 years, compete against that? One, you shouldn't be competing against it, because, I don't know, I feel like we're in the same game, different leagues. That's my kind of thinking on it. But I think as artists, we also need to stand together. The most irritating thing is the fact that you have a rate, right? And then people will say, oh, that's too high. And the only reason they'll say that's too high is because Usman Mani is willing to do it at that rate.
Lower rate.
At a lower rate. And that's the thing. As long as there's somebody willing to do it at a lower rate, we will never get paid better. There isn't the thing that says, the standard industry price is this for that. If there was something like that, then at least people would know that, you know, I have a platform to kind of start on, and anything above that is for people that are like, you know, really good and have got the experience and whatnot. But the fact that there will always be someone willing to do it for one less zero, one less this, one less that, it's the name of the game. But it's a tough industry, but, you know, stay true to yourself, and I think you just might get through it.
Okay. And now, because you are this lady, you have made it, how do you give up to young people out there at home that look up to Hurisani and they say, I want to be like her, or I want to learn this from her? How do you give back to them?
I try to do a lot of talks, but with the schedule that I keep, it's really hard. And it's just having a sisterly relationship with your fans, because they like your family. So when I can, it's like, okay, open mic session, guys. What do you want to ask? Let's answer it or whatnot. But I really do. I'm passionate about education. So I'm trying to, it's so hard because people ask you like, so what are you doing to help others? And you're like, I'm still trying to just lay the platform, because when I do stuff, I really want to do it big. I don't want to, and I get it, I can help one person, but I want to help a lot of people at the same time. So hopefully one day, you know, it's having the bursaries and going to the places where you can have that platform. Like, you know, I'm thinking Oprah big. You know what I mean? I'll build schools. I want to build schools, because my thing is like, why do we have to have international people coming to our country to build schools for us? It's not that she did something wrong. She did something amazing. But when there is so many people within our borders who could have done that as well, but they're not doing that. So,
Oprah and beyond. That's what it's all about.
Oprah and beyond.
Well, we've got some quick fire questions.
Quick fire. This is my favorite. Getting to know her better. First question. Give us the theorem of Pythagoras.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared, and C squared is referring to the hypotenuse, the longest side of the triangle.
Love you. She's so intelligent. I know, right? Okay, then who's our new Minister of Communications?
I honestly don't know. I knew Dina Pule because she messed things up. And then Dina Pule, she was the former one. I know we just had a reshuffle, so I don't know the new one.
It's Eunice Karim.
Thank you. I'm educated. You learn something new every day.
I walk on 4 legs, then 2, then 3.
What am I?
4, 3, 2. 4, 2, 3.
4, 2, 3. I walk on 4 legs, and I walk on 2 legs, and I walk on 3 legs.
You crawl, you walk, and then you're an old person with a stick.
Right? I ask people that, and I promise you they do not know. So high five to you.
Well done. Who inspires you?
Oprah, obvious. Different people with, it's different things about them, different characteristics. My family, my mom, my friends.
Your fans.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Soundtrack to your life.
Oh no, like right now?
Pass. Favorite food.
Favorite food. 7 colors. That counts.
Okay. We're having a dinner party. Who do you invite and why?
We're going to invite Oprah. We're going to invite, oh my goodness. Can I have all my friends? Like all 9 of my friends have to be at the table. My boyfriend has to be there. I think Oprah for now is the only person I really want to have dinner with. And Tamon Becky, I really love him.
Okay, cool. Top 3 things on your bucket list.
Go to New York.
Yeah.
Get married.
That's a hint right there.
And Audi TT.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Now, final words to your fans and your loved ones and everyone watching the show tonight.
Or your mantra.
Love, appreciate, know yourself. There is nothing wrong with the person in the mirror. You're exactly the way God intended you to be. Every freckle on your face is where it's supposed to be. And stay true to yourself. Humble yourself and live, man. And remember that you are your attitude. So you need to change your attitude. If things are going wrong, the only thing you can ever control in your life is your reaction to things. I control me. I can't control what she says, but I can control how I react to what she says. So
definitely. Big ups. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You've been one of the most incredible guests. We have had so much fun. But unfortunately, once again, we have run out of time. Thank you so much for joining us. And please don't forget to join us on Wednesday, where we'll be talking some more. Good night. Enjoy yourselves. Cheers.
Bye.